and I'm going to be working on our Ender 3 3D printer, which was donated some time ago, but we only just got running last week. And we'll change the filament because I was using this nice looking silken filament. I think it's PLA, could be PETG actually. But when I tried to print like a mini, like a figure, it just went really crumbly. And I think the old filament might be to blame for that. Okay, so I'm just going to do a bit of housekeeping here. Make sure that I can see the stream and see any comments that pop up. Okay, here we go. All right, excellent. Yeah, so got the printer working. Having some issues with the print last week, possibly due to bad filament. Just got some new stuff. This is Ender branded, so should work just fine. It's actually just the cheapest filament that they had at JCar, but let's give it a go. Okay, the first challenge is getting this box open. There we go. You can see PLA, it's going to be very tightly vacuum packed here. Also, there'll be a little desiccant thing, one of those things that says do not eat, because you really want to keep water out of this. If it soaks up any moisture, then when it goes through the hot end, any little water droplets in there are going to boil, they'll make bubbles, and then your plastic is going to come out a bit funny. I haven't tried to get too fancy here, it's just plain grey PLA filament, so it should be no particular challenges in getting this going. Okay, so first up, if you're going to be doing anything with the filament, then you've really got to heat it up, otherwise that's just going to get stuck in there and you're just going to be crunching the old stuff through. I'll get around the front here. Okay, so first up, I'm going to get in here, and I'll go manual control and preheat PLA, and that's just going to set it to 210 degrees. All right. Let's check how she's going. Okay, and I can see it's heating up already. It's up to 60, 61. Don't know if I can move this in some way so that you can see. It's probably a bit too small. But yeah, there's this nice little screen that they give you on the Ender 3 there. I've actually got a Creality K1 at home, which is a bigger, more expensive model, fully enclosed. But ultimately the principle is the same. You're just going to get this stuff heated up, squirt it through a little nozzle, and should stick on there. Right, how are we going? Already up to 180. This should be getting up to temperature. So if I press this little tab here, that will disengage the extruder motor. So I can just pull that straight out. There's just a little wisp there where it's pulled out a bit of melted stuff. But given that I was only using this last week, I'm not going to be too cautious with the old filament, just going to pop it straight out. Okay, and then the new stuff, going to snip it so I get a nice straight edge there. About this little bit here. Okay, chuck it on there. This is the run out sensor. So you can see it's just a teeny little switch in there. When the filament goes in, a light goes on, so we know that it's working. Okay, oh, looks like we've got some comments there, so hi everyone that's watching. Okay, and yeah, this is a very easy to use machine, the Ender 3. It's literally just a case of pop that tab there so that the plastic will go past the extruder here. And I'm just going to give that a little push. I can see some plastic starting to come out there. Alright, we got the last of that pink from the previous stuff, and now it's coming out nice grey. Okay, and that is that. Right, now the SD card on this is busted. The slot that the card goes into, the little spring in it is broken, so I can only get to it by USB with Cura on my computer here. Now, I'm just going to check. Okay, so I go to monitor, and I'll turn that around so that you can see the computer there. Okay, so when I'm on the monitor, I can actually see the current status of the printer. Now, we'll tell it to prepare, and let's bring in a model. Okay, this is from a set called Amazon's. Can I zoom on that or not? Okay, I'm not going to go too tricky with the quality. I'm just going to go at 0.2, so it's not going to be the most detailed thing. I think that's good for a start. And let's slice it up. Alright, tells us that's going to be 49 minutes, and I'm just going to say print via USB, go. And now we'll do a standard sort of calibration dance here. So it just pulls everything to the ends of its axes. Now it's going to pop out this little sensor. This is a touch sensor, and it's just going to drop that down and touch it there. Okay, and then it's going to go across the bed and tap it in a few other spots there. Just make sure everything's nice and flat. Alright, seems like it's happy. It's just going to spit out a little line of plastic there to make sure that the nozzle's nice and clean. And it's getting in there and straight to business. Okay. Bring a little skirt around that. I'll bring the camera in a bit closer so that you can see what it's doing there. Yeah, so I'm a little bit spoiled with my K1 printer at home. It's what they call Core XY, and it works by moving the print head across the whole base there using little belts, and it's very, very fast. This one is not that quick. I had a look if I could improve the default speed, but I don't know. So far, everything I've seen online has said that 60 millimeters per second is about as quick as these like to go. I mean, if anyone knows any different, then yeah, tell me, because certainly just doing that. Okay, looks like it's spitting out some nice even layers there. Take this out of the tripod for a second. Yeah. All right, is it going to focus? Yep. So we can see we've got the supports being made, which are essentially just going to be little hollow tubes that will go up and they'll hang onto the arms and things that are sticking out from the body of the figure there. There's also some little patches where the feet are being made, and they're actually going to be the smallest feature for now, so it might be hard to see them. There we go. Okay guys, this is probably going to be a bit of a slow process. So I think at this stage I will end the stream. But yeah, thanks for everybody for tuning in. And I'll come back on once the figure is finished and we can have a look at how to remove the supports and see what kind of quality we got out of it. All right, have a great day. Thanks for watching.